How was your egg event?
It was good. I got a lot of things out of the eggs, just kind of standard fare, your Chansey, your Bunnelby, your Lopunny, that kind of stuff.
Did you catch a lot of execute?
I feel like I'm walking into a trap. Yes, I did catch mini execute.
So would you say that this event was Executorup from the Exuflorup?
No, I would not say that. Welcome to episode 237. My name is, I'm pretty sure about that one, Papa Narwhal, a.k.a.
Pretty sure it's 236.
Nah, I think we did that one already.
237, yeah, you're right.
Oh, like an elephant, like a Lexodon. We'll talk about that in a little bit. My name is Papa Narwhal, a.k.a. Nar, and I'm joined by my, this is the place for everything Pokemon Go, joined by my brother, really bad at D&D. What else do you know about Salt?
I think that covers it.
I mean, that's pretty much you.
I'm bad at D&D. I was being a bulwark, standing steadfast, taking the heat so that you could get away.
Is that what it was?
If I left you to those mobs, you would have died.
Maybe.
You would have died so
almost
hard.
Certainly. But,
Also, I used my turns to heal you.
Well, too bad for you then.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So I don't know if you saw, we will obviously be talking almost exclusively about Pokemon, but we are enthralled. We played our first, after 33 years of nerdy existence, our first D&D game last night with Scott, a.k.a. Invisible Moose, and Dan and Gracie, and it was a big old fun. We'll be doing a bonus episode on that.
A big old fun.
Yeah, so we have a lot of thoughts on that, a lot of thoughts on Pokemon, but we're really excited to talk about that probably next week. We'll see how the timeline lines up, but Scott being in New Zealand, he is in the future, so we have to factor that in.
Yeah, it's difficult, but I had a lot of fun. It was a blast. I love how invested, and we're not going to spoil the actual event. We'll talk more about it in the bonus podcast, and if we do some additional video content stuff, they'll be there too. But I love how unlimited it is as far as your creativity and your possibilities. It's just enough structure to really give you something to do, so it's not just people sitting around talking. But man, is it open for pretty much whatever people want to do.
It really is. It's a ton of fun.
Also, Dan's a big old nerd.
Yeah, that is for sure. So is Gracie. I think if you've played D&D out there, and now we're amongst this club, Salt, you're a big old nerd. I just think that's the way it works. Yep,
that's true.
We're this close to being cool, but now hosting a Pokemon podcast
at the lunch table.
And then the D&D campaign on top of this, I think we're squarely in the nerd category.
The weird thing, so I played a cleric, and Peppa's dad played Dungeons & Dragons.
I think he played on the ground mostly.
Back in the day, he was like, "Why is he a cleric? Clerics are girls," and it's like his weird 1980s hang up from about Dungeons & Dragons. And I was like, "Why would that be the case?" But
that's excellent. Yeah, everything about that makes sense with what I know about Troy. How was your week this week, other than the D&D stuff?
It was good. Really busy. Just one thing happened today that wasn't so great. I got hydro pumped. Woke up this morning at 5-ish a.m. to Peppa just telling me, "Hey, there's a bunch of water on the floor." And of course, I'm like, "We're having the baby."
Oh my god! Yeah.
What happened was our master bedroom wall, the back wall where our kind of headboards are. Headboard. We don't have like Ricky and Lucy beds, but it backs up to the garage where the water heater is.
Scandalous. And
the water heater is fine, but there's some leak in the hot water system in the wall or in the ground, and so now we don't have any hot water.
Boo.
So, if you watch the Dungeons and Dragons episode, that was me from last night wearing this T-shirt, and it's the next day, and there's a reason for that. It's because I haven't showered.
You still could change shirts though. There's nothing stopping you from doing that.
To do what? Get another clean shirt dirty?
So it will not hold on to your stank. That's definitely better.
I don't stink.
Yeah, disagree. Well, that's Peppa. My week was good. Thank you for asking. I had some good amount of Pokemoning in. I've been playing a good little bit here. Also huge news. Hold on. Bye-bye. I don't know if you see the Band-Aid. Got my COVID vaccine yesterday. Really, really happy about that. I am 8 days away from full immunity. So wherever you are,
Y'all,
hopefully
Nar was ridiculous about this.
there's no excuse for you to not get the vaccine because it turns out I am what you call a chicken baby when it comes to needles. Just am.
Big old chicken baby.
Just a big old chicken baby. And I don't like them. It's just a psychological weird fear that I have. I will contend, though, Salt, and I've said this before, people that are afraid of spiders and snakes, never in the course of their life are they confronted with, hey, for medical purposes, I need you to hold this snake, right? They just get to live their life totally independent from the thing they fear, but I am forced to collide with the thing I fear. That's rude.
Yeah,
frankly.
I mean, you could say the same thing about me and flying.
But that's ridiculous. That's just dumb. Your fear is dumb, and I'm invalidating it.
Yeah, but if it took half a second, if it took literally, I don't know how you could be afraid of something that lasts maximum 2 seconds.
Well, it does hurt a little bit. I don't care for that, but it's obviously irrational. My point is, hopefully you live in a country, or if you're in the United States, where you can go get your vaccine, and we can finally get this done. We're talking about going to Chicago this summer, maybe a little small un poquito individual family go fest, perhaps. We can go do that.
Maybe.
The sky's the limit now. So before we get into the news, Salt, we haven't done this in forever. Instead of Meme of the Week, we get to apologize for the things we did last week and the people that yelled at us on Twitter. So we have actually 2 cases. Do you want to take the first one?
Yeah, so first off, we were talking about Mega Lopunny last week, and we were like, oh, it's a normal type. And we Googled it, and I Googled it, and I said that, oh, okay, it doesn't get an additional type, because when I Googled Mega Lopunny, the first article that popped up was definitely regular Lopunny. So I apologize specifically to DeFi. She was very upset that I didn't remember that Mega Lopunny got a dual typing, and obviously it does. You can just look at it and see that it becomes a normal fairy Pokemon. So I apologize, DeFi. I just want you to know that I did look it up, and that Mega Lopunny, just in case anybody's curious, I know now it gets a fairy dual typing, so it's a normal fairy Pokemon.
That's perfect. You want to do that. Definitely don't bother Googling that for all you Lola Bunny stands out there now. Now we've got that set straight. The other one is something, this happens probably a lot, and it's, oops. We have been incorrectly mispronouncing, what have we call it? Frillish and Jalificent. I think we've been putting weird letters in there. It was pointed out. I can't remember who did it on Twitter, but there's no extra letter. It's just Frillish and Jellicent. There's no...
Yeah, it's not frillfish.
Yeah, there's no F
or
in there.
Jaleficent. It's jelly. You say the second one.
Jellicent.
Yeah, it should be Jaleficent, though, and I stand by it.
Mm-hmm. I agree. So take that note, Pokemon Company. Get it together. But yeah, it's been a while since we got to do that, so I just was happy to do that. Some old school corrections.
Don't get used to it, everybody.
Well, also, there's 4 new Pokemon that are coming out this week, and I'm like, looking at some of these.
Their names up.
I'm like, oh, good God, that's a lot of G's really close together. What are we going to do with that? So please tweet us and tell us how we're dumb and can't say things right. Actually, the person that tweeted, I should look it up, was very polite. What are we talking about? Okay, let's splash back a little bit. We had Bunnery transfer candy. I actually remembered to do this. I did the tagging. I did the transferring. I got a lot of Pokemon out there. You get some
I did,
bunnies?
yeah. Cleaned out my Rayquazas that I had. Quite a few Bunnelby, actually.
Oh, yeah.
And what else? Some Froakie, couple Froakies, that kind of stuff.
I had a lot of legendary stuff hanging around.
Just a good, especially with the tagging system. There's no excuse not to do it. It's so convenient.
With the Therian stuff hanging out, I'm really...
Yeah, a couple of them too.
Really having just too many of those guys, but chuck those out, clean the bag a little bit. It wasn't really... I was surprised. I kind of got to the end and I was like... I transferred a lot of stuff, but like the stuff that I tagged specifically like for double candy, I think it was like 20, 30 Pokemon. Like it wasn't a whole lot, but still, double candy, that's the time to do it.
On
Take
legendaries, it's not nothing. And, when else are you going to transfer? Just clean out the bag. It's good.
Well, especially if I keep it up once a month. So there was other stuff I finally transferred as well.
So maybe you don't do it. Maybe you do it once every 2 months, depending on how full your bag is. Obviously, Nar and I are very fastidious with our bag cleaning. You people that have like 2,000 Pokemon, you're hoarders and weird.
Yeah, but this is an intervention. Get the banner, Salt. Do you have the banner?
I do have the banner.
If you're watching this on YouTube, you can see the banner.
It's slightly off screen.
That's excellent. Yeah.
Speaking of banners, though, in just a second, we're going to talk about the raid bosses. if you haven't got a chance to check this out on YouTube, we can if you've seen our videos on YouTube before and you haven't looked at the new videos, completely redid the format. You can see the new background thumbnail stuff.
Ooh.
But then as we talk through the different infographics in the show, the infographic, or God help me, the meme of the week, actually pops up on YouTube, so you can look at what we're talking about.
Are
So
you doing that? Are you putting that in there?
Yeah, I put that in there.
Oh.
So the meme of the week, the raid boss list, usually provided by like Leak Duck or Pokemon Go Hub, that graphic will actually pop up and we'll be able to discuss it.
That's like borderline production value you're putting
I
in there.
know.
That's kind of upsetting, Salt. I don't know if we can.
They even have fun wipes depending on what I'm doing.
Can we do a star wipe?
Yeah, sure.
Oh my god, it's like a prequel series.
Do you want to have a star wipe right now?
Yeah, hold on. Can you sync it with this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Excellent.
Okay, I'll
Thank
do
you
that
for
for sure.
Yeah, appreciate that. These raid bosses, a bit. I don't often get to say this. A little stale. I think it's actually time for a raid boss shakeup. I'm kind of done with this particular. Specifically, have we had Therian Tornadus for 500 years now? Has that been the raid boss? It feels like it's been there for 500 years.
It does feel like it though, but no, sadly we have not. Man, I can tell you though, because you just don't see any T5 invites happening in the Discord at all.
It's just for a six of Pokemon in a row. The several weeks on the back end for the Therian form, that was a bit of a gamble, I think, in terms of just maintaining interest. Like, I was excited for Therian Tornadus.
Hey, and Shiny Snivy.
Ooh, nice. And I'm excited for the Therian Landorus. But I'm like, let's get here. Because I need a couple of these. They can't be shiny, so...
Did we already do Thundurus for the Therian form?
Yeah, that was the first, because it did the snake draft back. You remember the little tiny weird legs?
Yeah.
That one's the goofiest looking, for sure. Landorus Therian form actually looks pretty cool.
I like
it. It's kind of bestial. It's like, I'm going to come get you. Definitely better than a Cloud Genie. So, Mega's still there. Anything in this list? I did a Tynamo today. I was happy about that, but there's a bunch of...
Miss Anime actually invited me to a Rock and Roller today. I knocked one of those out just kind of while I was hanging out.
Just for shiny checking purposes,
I
guess?
just shiny checking purposes.
That'd be nice. I mean,
it was not shiny. Otherwise, you'd be
I think that's like...
Right, meow.
There's good shinies in Tier 1. Tier 3 is a real bust when it comes to that. Like, Aerodactyl's the only thing I think I've done this whole time in Tier 3. Just because, why would I do any of the other ones? Especially since they can't be shiny. I don't need any of the other ones. And then the Megas are still out and about, so I still need to do more shiny, not shiny, Mega Abomasnow. Those are cool. I need more energy for those. It's nice just to have that ice blast on, just blowing things up with that Pokemon.
We got a little highlight here on Mega Lopunny. So obviously, this graphic is incorrect. It says it's normal fighting. We'll try to get that corrected.
Weird. Yeah, sorry about that.
It's very strange that they say that. But yeah, overall, been a pretty popular raid boss. Been seeing a lot. This actually left town on Saturday, April the 10th. But especially there in the home stretch, we've seen a lot of invites.
It's a very distinct looking Pokemon. Like when you look across the gym, you don't have to like squint and go, I wonder what that is. It's like, oh, it's a giant chocolate Easter bunny with long hair and braids. Like, I know what that is.
Okay. If Mega Lopunny was a chocolate candy, how would you eat her?
You go braids first, for sure.
You go braids first, for sure. Okay.
Oh my god, are Lopunny like cats and dogs? Like you just assume all Lopunny are female? Because I kind of do, just until right now.
Yeah, but they're not.
But they kind of, in my mind, I've got my gender stereotypes up in front, and I'm like, nope, those are all girls, for sure. Look how girly they look. It's no additional analysis needed.
You good?
You
did all of it?
I'm just like, yep. Don't want to change my mind. I think these are cool. I think the shiny is particularly cool. With the like pink accent instead of the yellow accent, it looks really good. I like this Pokemon, and I think with it being a fighting Pokemon, is this the first fighting type Mega we've had access to? I think.
I believe so.
So that's interesting. I mean, it's kind of one of those things where we have just a stable of fighting Pokemon for forever between your Conkeldurrs and your Machamp army and even a Focus Blast Mewtwo. Like you've just got stuff that's ready to go for fighting. So this isn't really filling a niche necessarily. Like I haven't specifically run the numbers to see like where this stacks in PvE damage. Probably don't need it though, and just for that purpose. But it's a cool thing to collect. I mean, obviously you it's done now, so I hope you got it. But It's cool. I like it.
Or you could be like me and just not care about megas
Just
because
not
I
care.
don't care.
I like this one. I will also say, I was looking through my Mega Energy. Between all the research and limited research and stuff, we are racking up Mega Energy now without rating. And I really want to take that and just say, like,
I appreciate
good.
that. I really do. Like, I see in the events being able to. I did a research task the other day where I got some Mega Energy. All that definitely helps make the Mega system better.
Yep.
Period. Dot. Like, I think that's great. The other thing, though, and I know we've talked about this before, but there just should be a way to passively earn Mega Energy.
Yeah.
There just should be.
I'll tell you, I think we've mentioned this before. # big little ask. I would love if I could tap on that Mega Energy in those researches to figure out what the hell it's for, because it's just like some kind of shade of like goldish brown.
Yeah,
I got what's this for?
Blastoids randomly. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you're like, I don't know. I mean, because it matters sometimes for those limited researches. I'm like, how motivated I am to do this. It's like I don't need any more Blastoids energy, but if it's something I haven't Mega Evolved, I'm like, oh, I better finish this on time.
Nice white screen while I clicked on a Snivy.
That means it's so shiny you can't even see it.
It's double shiny.
It's a neutron star
Of shininess.
Yeah.
Well, how did you like the spring event, man?
It was good. Like we were talking about it up at the front. We were joking about it. I really liked getting all the flower crown stuff. It just makes it really fun. I hatched an Eevee with a flower crown on it, and it like popped out of the egg, and then like an additional weird graphic came out and like put a flower crown on its head. I was like, that's nice. I like that.
What the heck? Sorry, my my thermometer that I'm using to monitor.
Oh, what are you currently smoking?
Pork butts.
I love a pork butt.
Yeah.
You wrap them?
Yeah, I wrapped them about an hour ago.
Nice.
What the heck is going on here?
I think with the spring event, it was good. It was relatively short. Good shiny checking. I did see. I'll have to go look in the Discord right now. The couple of one take about it that I very much share is actually it was Maze who was like, "Can we get rid of the Plusland Minin?" Maybe it's just because there's two of them that are basically the exact same Pokemon. I felt like I was seeing those.
Yes, there's one on my screen right now, and I don't want it. And everybody on Earth has that shiny, and they're not relevant for really anything except Minute had that one cup.
That one time, but I don't even think really that time.
I don't know. And they're just, it seems like every event, for some reason or another, Plusland Minin are in this freaking, just in the spawn pool. They're hard to catch. They don't evolve. They don't mega. I don't want them.
Oh yeah, it's really important for mega for evolving, because we didn't say next week on Tuesday for Taco Tuesday raid spotlight or spotlight hour. It's Mankey with evolution XP. I know you're doing it, stacking that egg up.
I'm not going to be doing that.
I'm excited about the Mankey though. We didn't talk about that, but
yeah, that's great.
I like a Mankey.
I do like a Mankey. I like a Spanky Mankey.
With Primate just coming to its own on, I think the Vortex Cup was it just passed. Mm-hmm. Obviously, there are situations where it can really do some work. Good shiny, weird green monkey. I like it. So I'll be blocking out some time on Tuesday.
I know a lot of people were really, really hustling for shiny Chanseys. That was a very coveted chase Pokemon. I personally was out there grinding hard for them. Bunnelby, as you know, Pineapple Berry in every single one of them. I love a Diggersby. And yeah, overall, I thought it was a good event. It was only like the 8th through the 4th through the 8th. So it was really short event.
It was really short. I'll tell you what I did love about this event. We didn't talk about the half egg distance. Oh my God. I just love the feeling of just loading up a bunch of 7K eggs or a bunch of 5K eggs and then just being like, it is what it is. Like, so I just did 3 12K eggs the last cycle I did for this event, and I hatched 2 Larvitar and a Volby, right? Little Mandibuzz and de-evolution. And the Larvitars were kind of disappointing, but the Mandibuzz or the Volby was really nice.
Because that candy, though. You need that XL candy.
You want that XL candy? I got like a big chunk of that. And so by hatching 3 of those all at once, if you told me, 1 out of 3 times I hatch a rocket egg, I'm going to be really excited, then that seems okay to me. Like, I'm not mad about that. It's not like I hate Larvitar candy or anyway, crack it up perfect, that's fine. But when you hatch them one by one, it just kind of sucks because you're like, ugh. If I'd have done those like I normally do with my regular
especially
grind,
for 7K.
Yeah, for 12 even, because if I'm not using a super incubator.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You go 12 Larvitar. You do another 12, another Larvitar. You're like, I'm taking a break from these. But instead, you just do them all at once, and it feels pretty good to get that. So I feel like, especially like when the pandemic started, like we just had so many egg distance bonuses. I just really like that. It's hard. Maybe I'm just sedimentary now, but I just feel like I was hatching so many more eggs than I usually do just because of this event. Like I threw a lot of my box
Well,
incubators that I had
yeah, I was gonna
accumulated.
say your spending habits too, whether it's in game or not, that goes to remote rating now.
That's true.
It used to go to incubators.
But with egg bonuses, and we'll talk about this in a little bit with some transparency improvements, it could go back to eggs. Like I think there is a world in which they improve the egg system enough to where we can get about it.
It's possible. I just don't think it's likely. I think it's very unlikely that I will ever get back to a place where I'm willing to spend money on incubators. I hope I'm wrong, and I know the methodology for them to do it. It's to be transparent about the odds and make them good enough to where I'm like, okay, yeah, this is worth my investment. This is worth what I want to do. Because I mean, theoretically, you could say the same thing about raids because you don't raid the third, fourth, fifth, 105th time to get that Pokemon.
100%.
And you don't really do it for the candy. I mean, yeah, that's a bonus, but you're doing it for good IVs or shinies, which are essentially random rolls of the dice.
Yep.
But I feel a lot better rolling those dice because I understand what I'm going into, the odds for it, as opposed to eggs where it just, feels bad.
They're standard odds, right? They don't change that. So it's like, okay, these are the raid odds for shinies and they just are what they are. So I hear you on that.
Yeah,
I think
it's like if they artificially lowered shiny Rayquaza,
but
you'd be like, that
that
sucks.
would be mutiny. I think that would be one of those like get Jason Schreier up in here and we're gonna like, have some issues.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some stuff to report.
But with
I gotta go throw a log on the old smoking fire.
Okay.
That's not a euphemism.
It's definitely a euphemism. He can't hear me, so he can't defend himself, y'all. He's gonna go cry in the closet because he's so bad at Dungeons and Dragons. Y'all don't even know. Only 2 times was someone in our party knocked out, and it was him both times. So lame. The last thing I want to say about this particular event is right. We got that 2K eggs are good. I think the big thing that I kept hunting for was the rufflet research. So win 2 raids, get that rufflet with the shiny chance. I was really happy about that. I only got 2 of them during this really short event. That was kind of not great. I need to get back involved with my local Discord. That was something, I think I was talking to Scott actually about it because he's in New Zealand. So he's a day ahead of us in the West. And so most of the people on the Discord for PGR are in the US. And so it's really so easy to just be like, oh, this big group of online people that are, not necessarily local, we can just knock this out. Just like, especially for him, he can fire out a day ahead of time and be like, who wants one? And everyone's like, me. Not even counting the weird stuff like, regional Uxies and stuff like that. And I definitely have noticed with the advent and just the total domination of remote raiding, I've really fallen off my local group. I did move, which kind of, impacted it a good bit. I had like actual friends that were in my old community and I really never established those bonds. Never really felt it was necessary to establish those bonds because I have my cool PGR Discord peeps that I can just, remote raid with. But for stuff like this, where I do need the heads up on where that rufflet research is coming from, makes me feel kind of dumb. I'm like, ooh, I need to get back in there. And I should. I'm going to have to do that. That's going to be a priority for me. So that's
all right. What are we talking about?
We just finished Into the Spring. We're on to Rivals Week. You ready?
Ooh, yes, I am excited about Rivals Week.
Rivals Week.
This is something that I know a lot of people have been kind of looking for, just with some of these spawns. Really awesome opportunity, as well as some new Pokemon that are coming at. Overall, really cool.
So
as the name, I was gonna say it's a fighting week basically,
but it's another short one, right? So it's not even a week. It's going to start on Tuesday. So tomorrow, if you're listening to this podcast on Monday, it's going to start 10 a.m. local, and then it's going to go.
Check these out, right? Golgari. Is it?
What is this?
It's a purple and green.
Oh no. So you're confused. That's Witherbloom and Prismari.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Okay. That's Magic.
Sorry,
Gathering.
I speak boomer magic.
That's careful, Salt. That's 2 strikes. We've talked about 2 other brands. That's D&D and Magic in a Pokemon Go podcast. So you're You're about to get another 2-star review if you keep that up, please. So
Fair enough.
stay on target. I don't care.
Did you mean to do that?
Stay at what? Stay on target? No, I didn't,
Yeah.
but oops. Oh, no, we're canceled, Salt. Son of a bitch. It's just in my lexicon. I can't help it. So we're just
Sorry.
the Omni nerds. Oh, mile wide, inch deep with that stuff. No, I was going to say, I'm kind of disappointed because this looks like it's going to shape up to be a really good event, and we're only going Tuesday, 10 a.m. to Sunday, 8 p.m. So
at least we get a weekend in
that's
here.
true.
Glad
I do
about
like the
that.
weekend. We can grind out
so
that.
Some features before we kind of talk about the headlining stuff. So in the wild, you're going to see Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, Makuhita, Meditite, Zangoose, and Seviper, and more. What's and more? I have no idea.
Don't know. But I will say, I think in terms of headlines, I do think Meditite is a headline for this event. That's one of the things I'm the most excited about because want that XL candy. This is a great opportunity. We've talked about this whenever XL candy came out, and we realized just how much of a drip it was going to be. That I really hope they took the opportunity to take these events and make sure they got, just like we did with the jump into or spring into spring, Bunnelby, right? Everyone wants that Bunnelby. Let's put them forward. Put them forward. Let's do the same thing with Meditite. Put that Pokemon front and center and let us go get some. Good
and
shiny
always
checking.
An opportunity to get me a shiny Ziggy Stardust. I want shiny Zangoose so much.
Is there a cooler looking shiny? Like at a certain level, obviously shiny Mega Rayquaza is maybe the gold standard, but it's degrees at that point. David Bowie Zangoose is like.
I was gonna say shiny Zangoose doesn't care that you don't think he's number one.
That's fine.
It's doing. He just looks at Mega Rayquaza while he's like smoking a cigarette. He's like, "Try hard."
I don't need you. I don't know what others are. I think this is a good list. I'm excited about these particular spawns, but I'm also excited that not only are we getting new Pokemon, we're getting 2 new families of Pokemon. So 4 Pokemon in total with both evolving. And these look like pretty cool Pokemon from Gen 5 up in here.
Yeah, I am really psyched about it. So the features here, let me expand it so I can really read it. So you've got Skrelp that evolves into, oh, that's a lot of G's, you're right.
Yeah.
Dragalge.
Oh shoot. I had this written down. Dralge. No, that ain't it. Damn it. I watched a YouTube video specifically about that. But the guy in the YouTube video was like, "Oh, I don't know." And he said it 3 different ways. I'm like, "Well, what good are you?"
And then you've got Clauncher and Clawitzer.
I think that's like Howitzer and Claw.
Yeah.
So let's talk about these Pokemon individual. So let's start with Skrelp, right? Poison water, and it evolves into, I think at this point in terms of the game, the first poison dragon, which is pretty cool. It's like a kind of evil seahorse looking thing. Is that what this is? It looks pretty dope.
It's cool looking.
It's a really cool Pokemon. Obviously, poison dragon's an interesting type. We get that in a legendary up in Gen 8, but this is, I think, the first time we're seeing that in regular. Oh, did I say? Yeah, I said 6. This is from Kalos. It is just a cool looking Pokemon. Stats look good. I mean, kind of. No, I guess the stats aren't actually great. Attack is 177, defense is 207, stamina is 163. Max CP is actually 2694. Maybe this Pokemon is butt. That'd be kind of sad.
I don't know. You know how it goes in the Great League, though.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm beyond predicting because look how we missed with Talonflame. I mean, that Pokemon just did all kinds of work in a short period of time. This Pokemon does, at least now, it hasn't been released yet. Looks like it has access to pretty good moves. Dragon Tail Outrage, right? But then you got to think about like what it's competing with in terms of a dragon slot. You could go Acid Gunk Shot if you wanted to make this a poison attacker. It's not like we have a ton of those.
Fairy coverage, though. An extremely popular type, especially if this guy is setting in your 3rd slot, and you know that you're gonna get Charmed Hold, and then all of a sudden you can, depending on how its attack stat shapes up, if you're like one-shotting Clefables or Azumarill, then like, okay.
Yeah, that could matter, right? Especially in maybe some of these like weird cups where, you're doing some Sylph stuff, you lock in poison. No one's really thinking, oh, that gives you a dragon? And a pure dragon, too. You could have double dragon moves, and all of a sudden you're just totally disrupting that meta. So that could be potentially impactful. Ultimately, I'm catching a bunch of these because I want it. I want to evolve it. I want to go up in the Kalos countdown. I think that's really cool. Interesting, the other new Pokemon is actually right next to it in the Pokedex. You're going from 691 to 692 or whatever in the Pokedex.
3.
And that's Oh yeah, that's Mr. What? I guess these are pistol shrimp. Is what they are.
Yeah, that's what they look like.
Yeah.
Clauncher and Clawitzer. Yeah.
I was looking at Clauncher and I'm like, that's kind of boring. That just looks like a blue version of Pokemon we already have, like Claudon. I'm just like, I'm not interested. But then you see it evolve into Clawitzer, and this big old pistol shrimp, boring, water Pokemon, all of a sudden becomes just excellent, just
Yeah.
absolutely excellent.
I'm down. It seems like water Pokemon are always the most plentiful. But what is the typing here for Clawitzer?
Pure water for both of them.
For both of them? Yeah, I
But
saw that for Clauncher.
as you would expect, it's got Crab Hammer, which is a pretty good move. It's got Water Gun Crab Hammer, in fact, so that's pretty cool. But it's also got access to some really other interesting moves. Again, this might change. The Pokemon's not out yet. But Smackdown for the Rock slot, very powerful Rock attack, and then also Dark Pulse and Ice Beam in the charge. So you're just like,
Ooh, a lot of coverage.
For a basic water Pokemon, you're throwing out some really powerful water attacks.
Sometimes the water basic thing, especially for these cups, sometimes that's good. Sometimes the dual typings can end up being the liability if you're attacking the other side of the typing.
Well, especially considering
just specifically because of the water's natural weaknesses, grass and electric, depending on the metas, can often be relatively weak.
Yeah. But it depends on what people are bringing, and these are really good moves. Like, this is a very powerful moveset. The stats on this are worse. Attack is 221, defense is 171, and stamina is 174. So actually pretty tanky. Actually very tanky. It's gonna have a max CP much higher at 3124. So could be
not bad.
Could be something.
Yeah. I'm excited. I think that's fun. The other thing is kind of rounding it out. So we've got the Therian form of Landorus.
Yes,
just gonna be breaking it. Is gonna be coming in, and then Team Go Rocket is gonna appear more frequently, which that's always welcome, especially if you're on that 12K egg chase.
Shiny Snivy.
What
do you think about? So the 5K eggs, I think, look.
Dude, I've just been scooping up Stardust in this event.
Yeah, it's been pretty nice. I need.
There's an 11 CP Snivy.
Oh, I don't know why I gave it a pineapple. I don't like these 5K eggs at all. So you got your Machop, your Tyrogue, your Elekid, your Magby, your Makuhita, your Meditite, your Zangoose, and your Seviper.
Can I make a change to make you like it?
Yes. Take out Magby?
2K eggs.
Oh, yeah. These look like 2K eggs, especially with the babies.
Yeah, if you put all of these in 2Ks, it's kind of good, right?
Yeah, I would take this at 2K because I just don't want to walk 5 kilometers and hatch a Makuhita. It's one of those things where I'm like, this is gift opening time. Like, I don't care if I don't pick up these 5K eggs. Where in before, like, I specifically wanted to get 2K eggs to spring into spring because there was a chance to get a Rufflet out of a 2K egg. Not much candy, but hey, still a Rufflet. In this case, I'm just like, okay, now we have higher egg value in terms of distance and less desirable Pokemon. So probably going to be a pass in the eggs. But everything else in the event, I'm kind of liking. The raid bosses are similarly kind of like a pass. Nido Queen, Nido King, Zangoose, and Survivor.
Sorry, Peppa interrupted me to tell me that the floor cleaning went well, but that I am in fact stinky.
Told you. Peppa, get on this camera.
We had a discussion about that earlier.
Peppa.
He wants to see you. Wait. Look.
Oh my gosh. It's a baby in there.
It's a baby. It's a baby.
Say, hey, do I stink? Just ask her straight up so we can hear it.
I need to ask you, do I stink?
Yeah, he stink. We have no hot water right now, so
excuses
for stinking. It's
That's pretty great. Pretty great, Salt. You gotta have a baby. You're gonna be a stinky dad. Field research. Oh, actually, it says in field research in the teaser. I forgot that there are going to be field research opportunities for Skrelp and Clauncher. I'm not sure about that first one, but those 2 new Pokemon will be in field research. So keep an eye out for what that produces. Remember, if you don't know, Skrelp. Remember that if you're new to this, the same research generates the same Pokemon all the time. So like with Rufflet, win 2 raids, that's going to be Rufflet every time. So figure out what this is going to be and then hit it hard.
Yeah, and if you guys ever need a list of research, if you type into Google Pokemon Go research tasks, the very first thing is always going to be the Sylph database of all the tasks. It's the best. You don't need anything else. It's great.
And then some Rocket features as well. That's all good. Yeah, overall, I think this is going to be a good week of playing. I'm really excited about Rivals.
Yeah, always cool when this is the benefit of sprinkling out and not just going, here's all the gin, is that they can use new Pokemon that you don't have access
Yep.
to sort of highlight and headline these events. And this is an effective way to use that strategy.
Ooh, computer's dying.
Oh no! Oh no! You better not let it die, Nar. I will murder you.
This thing dies, I will kill you.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll just finish the show myself reasonably. Some quality of life updates. So egg transparency is now live worldwide. That's pretty cool. Have you
so
used
happy
this?
about this? Yes, I just did. I freaking love this. I know. I think it's really, really important. Actually, I know it's not perfect, but it is a big step in the right direction. And so, as someone that just on a weekly basis into a microphone gives Niantic crap about the egg odds, we literally just
How do
did
you
it.
use it, man? I'm doing it right now. I can't.
You just
do
hold. Oh no, sorry. Go. So if you don't know what we're talking about, go to your egg page, click on any egg, and scroll down.
Uh-huh. I'm doing that, and nothing's happening.
What? You can't scroll down? Maybe you need to update the version.
Maybe.
Or
I've been playing with this, and I was like, "What the heck
maybe
is
get
going
good.
on?"
What is that thing? Why do I have Pichu in here? Oh, Pichu with a flower crown. Oh yeah, that's cool. It even shows silhouettes for event Pokemon. So like my Pichu is, I don't have a flower crown Pichu, so it's, I don't have a flower crown Pichu. That's surprising. So right, based on rarity, you can go and scroll through.
No,
and,
I'm fully updated. It just doesn't work.
oh well, it did just come out
So-
today, perhaps.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to tell you, buddy. I would recommend that you restart your phone, plug it in, or unplug it and plug it back in. Try that.
Okay, I'll try that.
But basically, I'm still confused though when looking at this. What order matters? So like, oh, we can solve this with the 10K eggs. I'll go pull that up. But there's basically egg with a bunch of Pokemon under it, 2 eggs with a bunch of Pokemon under it, and that is not clear to me in terms of rarity. Like I don't know what that means. I assumed it was. Oh shoot, I don't have any 10K eggs. I don't know what this is. So 1 egg
Spiraling, Nar. Spiraling.
okay, so here it is. On my 1 egg slot, I've got Drowsy, Voltorb, Tauros, Simipour. Then my 3 egg slot, I've got a bunch of Pokemon. And then I think it's the more eggs, the more rare it is. Are you thinking that? That feels right.
That based on the description, yes, I would assume that's how.
And then like 5 eggs down here at the bottom: Pineco, Lickitung, Clamperl, Blitzel. Feels right.
Yeah, but the problem is, and I don't know how the math is going to shake out with this. Obviously, I haven't been able to play with it yet. One would assume that means 1 out of every 5 eggs equals that line.
No. One would assume, but we know that's not true.
I know, but I'm just saying, I don't like that.
I don't
if
like
the
that.
math doesn't work that way, then that seems not good.
The only thing, I'm only going to give a partial credit for the odds that they're sharing, because this is not just from like I don't like the layout, or the layout's confusing, but I don't think it's very transparent for the reason that you just highlighted, but also for others. Like what is 1 versus 2? Like that's not really allowing you to make an informed decision. I give full credit for what the heck is in this egg, like what even is possible. And as someone that follows this game really closely, with all the events shaking up the egg pool, and then you got to remember, like when you got that egg, you just literally don't know what's in.
You could have said scrambling and you didn't.
Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
Damn it!
I feel like that was a missed opportunity. That is a good pun. That would have been
Thank
a good
you.
one, Salt. I just think that this is a really good step in the right direction. So I'm going to have to give credit for it.
Okay. And there's some glitch that is keeping people from being able to do their rocket battles, which I haven't encountered. I've been doing rocket battles left, right, and center.
Smacking rocket around.
Yeah. Niantic has taken Go Rocket encounters offline while they fix it. So
whoa,
if you guys haven't seen if you haven't seen any, then that's why.
That sucks. Hopefully that
I did one.
with
We're recording this Sunday. I definitely did some yesterday.
Yeah, because I had to like finish my limited research for something, and I needed to do like one more rocket thing, and I just completed it. So that must be relatively recent. But I haven't seen one today, so hopefully that's just out for a little bit.
I've actually, it's very odd now that I stopped thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, I have been looking for them.
Strange. Salt, it's time for your favorite segment, but only because it's your favorite sound effect. We got a little data mining to report about. Excellent.
Do you remember that one episode where I made my big long speech that was actually a sound effect?
Oh yeah, I do remember.
Where I was like, the funny thing is anything could be, including this.
Oh, or you would like loop yourself, yeah, and you were.
Yeah.
just transfixed that feature. I remember that was not fun to edit. That was rough. This is a APK teardown of 0 point. You'll never guess.
Give it to him, Nar. Give it to him, Nar.
0 point. I'm starting over to be clear. There's not 2 zeros. There's also not 3 zeros. 0 point. Oh, I guess there are 3 zeros. 0.205.0. Can I tell you a pet peeve of mine, Salt? I don't like it when people say the letter O when they mean the number 0. That is not cool. Why do people do that? Is that universal? If you're out there and you speak another language, let me know. Because I don't think they do that in Arabic. But I'm not the greatest at Arabic.
But also, but the Arabic numeral for 0 doesn't look like the Arabic numeral for O. So,
also, the O letter doesn't look anything like a 0.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Huh. That could be it. But I'm just saying, it's already confusing. Why mix up the name?
But they don't call a 1 an aleph. So there you go.
That's true. It's because they invented those numbers, and they're like, let's not do that. That'd be dumb and confusing.
That'd be confusing.
No one will want that. That's a letter and that's a number. What are you thinking? I want to talk about the music. I guess we can start there.
Yeah, absolutely. So in addition to the route codes, including graphic and music, indicating a feature is getting closer to release. So Pokemon the main series has towns in the game, and each town has its own unique theme.
Vibe.
Going back to the very first generation, it was color based. So Viridian, Vermilion, Cerulean, Celadon, like they're all color based, and they would have their own themes. Some of which are just iconic at this point. People could be
Lavender Town.
That is the Lavender Town theme, and of course the towns were very very iconic. But the routes connecting them would also have their own motif, if you will, and their own themes. Route 2, if you guys have ever heard us refer to Route 2 Pokemon, your very common Pidgeys, Rattatas, those type of Pokemon, that's Route 2, the very first route you go into.
And it has this game. Like upbeat, adventure-y music, like I'm setting out. It's pretty remarkable stuff. So if we could get that into the game, especially like, I don't know, again, we don't know how any of this stuff is going to shape out because it's all APK stuff. But if we could as you go in and you do the route feature and you build your own route, if you could tag music to that, like you could change the music in someone else's game with that, that'd be pretty cool.
So routes look like we're going to have options for cooldowns, expiring times, indicating that a route is going to be there for a limited amount of time, and you're going to have to complete a route and wait a period before being able to redo a route.
Right.
Which, that's what? That's a lot.
You could also, there's, at least according to the code, name, describe it, who created it, get an image for the route, like a really elaborate kind of experience. It's not just
it's a big, long Pokestop.
Basically, yeah, that's actually a really interesting way to think about it. I like that. Ooh, I like that a lot.
It's a trail, Oh, it's so cool.
I think
waypoints along the route are going to keep track of things such as the route progression, number of tappables, the route stamp, and the description. So you'll be able to progress through a route, which a classic one we could use here is if you guys ever been to Chicago, either for GoFest or for any. Is there a reason to go to Chicago other than GoFest, Nar?
Yeah, there's a really good shaved beef they make up there. It's pretty tasty on a sandwich. You get that on a hoagie roll.
Slap you with your pants on for telling me about shaved beef right now, because I have no way of getting that. That's also all Pep has been craving the last trimester of pregnancy is restaurants from places that are hundreds, if not thousands of miles from here.
That's unfortunate.
She's like, do you remember this? Yeah, like in Europe. I'm like, I can't help you.
Oh, if you guys are ever in Berlin, there's I don't have my wallet, but there's Maxis and tweet me. There's Maxis and Morty's. They make the very special sausages from Westphalia. My God, best sausages I've ever had in my life.
God, I love a good sausage.
That's good.
Anywho, but if you're going to Chicago, the classic example of a route would be the Miracle Mile.
Yep.
Right downtown, it's their big shopping center, and it has a ton of stops down it, and you could go from front to back. Lincoln Park or Grant Park could have their own routes associated with them. They would essentially take you on a walking tour from stops to stops, and you could complete the route.
You're curating a Pokemon experience or someone. I think that's really cool. And in order to make sure that it's quality, it looks like there's going to be an in-game rating feature. So you actually complete the route, and there should be like an icon that pops up, and you give it a star.
I gotta go do something with my food real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Temperatures have spiked way up.
He's going to eat it. That's what he's going to do. He's going to put that hot pork in his mouth and be like, I think that's really cool. I think that's really necessary to be able to star it. Because like if you think about the Miracle Mile example that Salt threw out, how many? That's a high population density. Like how many routes are we going to have in the same place? There's got to be a way to differentiate like which one is good and which one is less good. I hope this can actually get us to that place, but it seems like it would be kind of tricky to implement that. I guess maybe it's like Pokestops where there's just a first come first serve. You know, there's a spatial limit. There can only be so many in this area. Perhaps that's how they're going to do it. We don't know. The overall takeaway I get from this whole just tranche of code for routes is that means it's closer. Now, can't say when. Don't want to get my hopes up about when it's coming, but the fact that we're consistently seeing with each update more and more code added about routes specifically makes me think that this is coming soon. I suspect this is going to be here. Wild guess. I will bet by I'm trying not to get myself in trouble. Before the end of the summer. That seems pretty conservative in terms of when we can expect this. I think they probably want to have something to roll out big this summer, considering GoFest probably isn't happening. It's a damn shame. So when do you think that we're going to see, now that we've got this new tranche of code, when do you think we're going to see this in the game?
I think summertime.
Yeah,
honestly, I think it'll coincide with their big summer to do. And I guess if I had to put a line in the sand, I think this will be live before GoFest in whatever shape it takes in 2021, which I think we're in agreement. We think it's going to be a digital event.
Yeah, I just actually said we're going. I don't think they're going to have a GoFest, but I don't think they're going to have a physical GoFest. I suspect, unfortunately, it's going to be like what we had last year, where we're just not able to do it in person.
And even if the situation looks a lot better in July than it's now, you just can't plan an event.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Uncertainty.
You need months and months to plan, and so we're already don't have it. So the fact that, unless they've just been kind of like,
if
really
COVID got magically eradicated today, it would still be a Herculean effort to try to put something together, especially after a year off. Anyway, the point is, I don't know if this is going to be I suspect it'll be like raids, I guess is what I want to tell you. I think it'll be something that happens leading up to GoFest that they release to get everybody excited, and it'll be a capstone feature during GoFest. That's my assessment looking at where the code is right now.
I think that's accurate. Pokemon Go. I want to make sure that I get this right. I don't want to get my hopes up. Let's talk about the other stuff we saw in here. Again, more stuff about the Rainy Lure module. Gen 6 and 7 Pokemon. Anything in here you want to talk about?
No, I just think it looks cool. I like a rainy lure module. I think that's cool, especially for people who live in places where it doesn't rain very often.
Yeah.
To be able to simulate a little rain biome. I'm in favor of dang near every lure module. I want to be able to curate my experience, to use a word from you, to be able to be intentional with what I'm playing, and to summon Pokemon to my local area, especially if it's a specific spawn that I'm really looking for.
So maybe out of this whole APK dump that has people the most guessing wildly is the power-up Pokestops. I don't know if you've seen this with the Pokeminer release this image where you can...
Wait, are we going to skip over footprints?
Yeah, but I don't... That's the thing I was trying to Google. Like, what does that actually mean? I don't want to get people excited.
Look, man, footprints are coming back.
That is irresponsible.
No, it's going to have something to do with the route assets. So I think along the routes, you're going to be able to track different Pokemon and their footprints, which you can see like in the Pokeminers data graphic here. That they look really similar to what you see when you do the AR Buddy feature.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'll be able to track Pokemon like that. So you'll see footprints that'll pop up. And maybe if I had to guess, I would say that you track the Pokemon along the route, and at the end of the route, there's a cool unique spawn waiting for you.
That would be really cool. I would like that.
I think that's what it'll be.
If they kind of like, if you could do a route and have some sort of like Pokemon at the end of it, that would be really cool. I didn't.
Yeah, and I think it'll be something like, maybe it's just a fight, like a little mini raid, or even a little PvP battle against just that Pokemon,
Yeah, it doesn't-
something like that, and then you'll get the chance to capture it.
It doesn't have to be a big thing. Like even if it's like what you'd expect
No.
out of a 5K egg or something like that.
It's
or
just what you get for completing the route.
Yeah,
It's not going to be a legendary Pokemon or a guaranteed shiny or anything like that. It's just what you can imagine gameplay wise if you got to the end of the route and it was like, okay, like they want a capstone event
probably
for completing the route, and I suspect
so.
that's what it is.
Yeah, I like that idea that you can kind of track it, and if you're successful, maybe there's like some weird AR feature, like how whenever you pull out your AR phone and you want to make it like 15 times harder to catch this Pokemon. If you get too close too fast, its little meter pops up and it runs away. Maybe it's like that, right? As you're tracking the Pokemon, you've got to do different things, and you might fail if you're not tracking it appropriately or take too long or whatever. It's just to provide a little bit of, gamification to the route. A little bit of something other than just go here, go there, go here, do this. That could be kind of a fun way to do it. So I like that.
A chore in a game.
I think it will be important, like how they roll that out, because I think like maybe it's just us. Maybe it's just us that remember these footprints and are just like, RIP. Like maybe I'm the only person every year that goes to the corner and pours a 40 out on the curb for footprints. Maybe it's just me, but maybe it's not. And so I just want them to roll this out with like, maybe don't call it footprints or like make it visually different, because I think people might be, this just seems like one of those perfect things for people to get on Twitter and complain about, if they roll it out the wrong way. Like this is just
not going to be that many people that
it's just a different thing.
It.
Never underestimate the power of people to bitch on Twitter, Salt. That is at your own folly.
Fair enough, but Niantic's not going to lose a cent because of this.
No, it's not.
So there you go.
You want to talk about the power-up Pokestops now?
Yeah, it's kind of confusing. So we'll go through the code and stuff, but in the end of it, the only thing it can really mean is more items or better items from the stop, right?
Maybe. I mean, what else? Yeah, what else could it be? So that's guess one. Maybe there's, if you wanted to get elaborate, maybe there's more Pokemon around the stop, like just spawns, maybe better Pokemon around the stop. I guess, so there's kind of two questions around powering up Pokestops. What is the point of powering up a Pokestop? We've already started to scratch that. And then how do you power up a Pokestop? Like, what does that actually look like? So let's keep tracking on the first question. Let's get kind of like big to large in terms of expansive. Basic, tier 1, what you'd expect, more items. In the graphics, it actually looks kind of like that's the point. Like the stop actually gets larger. There's like 4 stages, and you have the little one.
Taller.
It gets taller. It's got like more, I don't know what you'd call that, like a more elaborate underplith, perhaps. It looks like it's it looks like it's a more, for lack of a better term, evolved Pokestop. I think this could be, I hope it's more than items. I really do. I think it'll be kind of disappointing if it's just like, this stop gives you more items, because I don't need more items at all. I'm deleting items every day.
I was going to say,
maybe that's a problem that, if you don't have a billion friends yelling at you to open gifts, maybe that's not your problem. But I feel like people aren't hard up for items unless you're in a rural community.
Yeah. The other thing, though, is to answer your question, how do you evolve it? There's only one of two ways I can really see it. Is either one, engaging with it multiple times, like we do with gyms, or investing resources. Either of those is a difficult balance, to your point, because, well, I'm going to invest a bunch of items into the stop to make it give me more items is confusing. I'm definitely like, there's no way I'm trading starters for potions. No. That's not happening. So what am I doing here today, boss? Like, I don't get it.
I think it would be really cool if, again, you could get that balance right to say, as a community, everyone around here can kind of dump some resources into this stop and power it up. Not being a expert on Ingress, I think there's elements about Ingress that allow you to do that, to kind of like, as a group, transform the digital environment. Pokemon Go is missing that. In game, obviously Wayfair was a huge increase in the ability to do that.
Somewhere Jamal just woke up.
He's like, wait, Wayfair, time to review. I think this could be kind of like a good.
Jamal's probably listening to this reviewing right now. He's like, suckers, I'm already doing it.
Yeah, he's like, don't even worry about it. I got so many reviews. I think if they will have to get this balance right. It could be kind of a whatever, but I think there's something here. I think it could be really fun. we'll just have to speculate wildly in terms of what we know. But if you have some
Which,
speculation,
if we're here for anything,
I mean, that's
it's
basically our
probably
job.
that.
Tweet us. Let us know what you think at Pokemon Go _radio. What do you think Power Up Pokestops are going to be about? And more importantly, what do you want it to be about? Let's, take the caps off, put your imagination hat on, and think about, like, what could this be?
All
What
right,
could it be?
so
Allow
there's
yourself
another.
to believe.
There's a
dream.
By the way, thank you, Matt. There's a Lapras asset or a Labrasset update.
That's good.
Lapras wearing a big old beautiful bow tie. Here's the thing about this. I love it.
I love it so much.
But I don't love it as much as I could love it. Do you know what would make me love it more?
If I had it right now, I would love it more.
No, it's so the
If I
if you
could physically
guys
hug it.
On YouTube, it's up right now. You can see the infographic, but you can see that the blue Lapras, the regular Lapras, has its shiny blue bow tie, and the shiny Lapras has its blue bow tie. If regular Lapras had a like that pink bow tie, and
they switch colors.
Yeah, I would
That'd
like
be
that
okay.
better.
I don't know. I kind of feel like this is a nice bow tie. I freaking love this Lapras. I love it so much.
Is this the best event Pokemon you've ever seen?
Yes.
Maybe Pikachu with Rayquaza's head, just because of the implication.
No, but still, only because it's diluted by the vast number of other Pikachu. Like, I kind of expect that. I do think that's the best Pikachu.
Squirtle Squad is the best.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But this is like
until we get Cowboy Hat Caterpie, this is going to be quite something. I just love the fact that they do these things because they're silly and fun, and I didn't know Lapras.
But this game is silly and fun.
Exactly. I didn't know Lapras needed a bow tie, but you look at that, and it's all neck. It needs a little. It's
also,
going out on the town.
Niantic, I know you're listening. While we're on the subject, giraffe rig tie.
Oh my god! Like one of those old man ties that are too long. Like it drapes the floor. And you're like, come on, dude.
That's what I want.
It's not 1970.
Hey, shiny Snivy.
Oh yeah. I love this so much. I don't know what event this would be for. I don't care. I just want it soon.
The event of I want it right now.
I want it.
The event of I'll give you $5.
I will absolutely trade money for this. Don't tell anyone at Niantic, but I would absolutely just cut a check to have this Pokemon straight up. Just money for Pokemon. A lot of other assets in the game. I don't super want to go into these because it's maybe like a touch spoilery.
There's some assets I want to go into.
Okay.
And thank you, Matt, for texting us all of these. There are basically a ton of new Pokemon assets that got input into the game, like a lot. Both shinies and regular variants.
So like 30 Pokemon probably? Not counting shinies, but like 30?
More than that. And I'm talking like legendaries, a lot of Gen 6 Pokemon, a lot of Gen 6, both regulars and legendaries. The thing that I want to point out, though, and Megas as well, including forms for Mega Pinsir, Aerodactyl, Kangaskhan,
32.
Sableye, Sharpedo,
close.
Mega Rayquaza. What's up? But
okay.
basically,
You're looking at the Megas? I'm looking at the Gen 6 stuff.
I know. I'm just saying about all that Mega stuff. And then the Gen 6 stuff, not surprising there. The one that is surprising, Gen 7.
No, it was not ready for that.
There are Gen 7 assets, including Rowlet, and Sandygast, and and some legendaries. It's like, what?
I'm not super.
Cosmog is in the game.
Yeah, that's in the game, in the code. I think I'm not super surprised by that, just because we've seen, especially with Gen 4, 5, and 6, a lot of playing fast and loose with the order. Like we were getting, Gen 6 Pokemon in full.
Still are,
and they're still
technically we're getting Gen 6 Pokemon before some Gen 4 Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly. Well, like a lot of Gen 4 Pokemon.
And Gen 3 Pokemon. Gen 3 Pokemon.
One Gen 3. But like we're kind of used to that weird Gen 3 stuff. Like, there's always like that one Scraggler, but like, we're
that one Kecleon.
We did this with
also
Smeargle.
Just for the purpose of the history of this podcast, when my daughter is being real slow and isn't getting a move on, I'm gonna call her a little Kecleon.
Because she just won't come.
Yeah, just not here. And,
I like that.
You'll all know. Just there you go.
There it is. I like it. I think I'm not surprised by the inclusion of Gen 7. Obviously, we already have some Gen 7 Pokemon in the game. That was all the Alolan stuff from way back in the day.
Pumpkaboo is coming.
That's a really good one. I really like that. So we'll see what the ordering in that is. I kind of feel like they need to stick to the script a little bit. I really do kind of want to close the book on Gen 3, 4, 5 before we start doing Gen 7. So like in earnest, like I'm fine with the regional stuff. That was always fun, but like let's keep it a little bit tight. Otherwise it just kind of feels like we've got like 4 half
It
open
makes
generations.
everything bleed together a lot.
Yeah, I don't
Already
super need
happens
that.
because I'll play Sword and Shield and be like, is this
Oh yeah.
Galarian?
There were so many Sword and Shield Pokemon where I'm like, this must be new. And it turns out, nope. Let's talk about the Megas, though, because I feel pretty good about those. There are quite a few Megas. This is going to inform, I guess, like what we guess from now on. Kangaskhan, Pinsir, Aerodactyl, both flavors of Mewtwo, Mega Sableye. Let's go. Mega Mawile, another fan favorite. Mega Sharpedo. This one, we've talked about like the most random to get a Mega Evolution. Camelrupt, you could argue, but I would also throw Banette in that category because you're just like, what is that doing there? And then, of course, the Dragon Ball Lord himself, Mega Rayquaza, is up in the game.
Yep, but we also have Mega Alakazam, Sizer, Heracross, Tyranitar, praise be his name, Sceptile, Swampert, Gardevoir, Medicham, Altaria, Absol, Strawberry and Blueberry, Garchomp, which Mega Garchomp kind of looks like regular Garchomp. Just a note. Lucario
it's got nice
and
for hands,
Audino does have nice for hands.
Oh, I forgot about Audino. Yeah, is this all the Megas?
I can't think of one right off the top of my dome.
Oh, Camelrupt.
Camelrupt, yeah.
There's a small handful, but we're like getting to most of them in the file at least. So that's
a lot. That's a lot out there.
So now when we guess, like whenever they preview, because they've often done this as like part of a teaser. Hey, Megas are coming up. Now we know like what to guess from at least.
At least, yeah.
Yeah. You want to talk
a little Snivy Community Day? Well, it's ongoing.
Yeah.
As you guys have heard, we're playing it right now.
Not even trying to not get this Stardust. I think it's fine. Like I have definitely taken it light because we had to record the podcast. I've been pretty sleepy.
Heard me compliment it.
Up. To me, I think like most of the attention around this has been about that Stardust. People just want it, so it's been good.
Yeah, I've been sitting at home, instance rolling, and I've been honestly as much as I can catch. Really, I live in a particularly bountiful spawn area, and I have what could be characterized as some great, very helpful drift. So I've been picking up. We're only.
It's canon salt cheap.
I've still got several hours left of this day, and I am hundreds of Snivy in.
Oh yeah, I'm actually coming up right up on. I'm recording this at about 13 minutes to 5 o'clock now, so I am. We will be finishing this community day before we finish this podcast. That's kind of a bummer, but it's okay. I chose to take a nap because I was a little depleted, and I mean overall, I've got a lot of Stardust. I should have figured out how much Stardust I got. Just kind of like half cocking it the whole time, but. It's fine. It's a good one. It's a good looking shiny.
Let me see here.
I don't really know what else there's to say about this particular Pokemon. You get another one? How are you living?
I'm just telling you, son.
That's ridiculous.
Doing the Lord's work out here.
PvP.
Wait.
What else is there to talk about?
It's pretty great. I love the Stardust. I just want to keep complimenting it because it's really.
You think that's going to do it?
Yeah.
I don't know if you're kidding now. I think you might believe this.
Yeah.
Leaf Storm up in the game. It's there. Yep. You can do it. We talked about that last week. Payback, same thing. Got it. Let's talk about the remix. Great League Remix. We talked about this coming.
Get a sound effect.
I think this is probably the most interesting thing about the season to me. It's going to be a ton of fun. Basically, if you don't know what Remix is, it's the regular old Great League, but instead of going to your good old favorite Pokemon, the top 10 most used Great League Pokemon from the first Great League round in the season are banned. Can't use them. So it's going to really shake up the meta. We can go through this 10 and just talk about like one by one, kind of surprised, not surprised. So first up, I don't know if these are in any particular order. Venusaur, not really surprising there, right?
No.
Big old tanky Pokemon. I was surprised by these next two. Raichu and Alolan Raichu. Alolan Raichu maybe, but regular Raichu?
So you'll notice though, all the Pokemon that have variants.
Yeah, you're right.
Got both of their variants, and that's probably a function of banning the Pokedex number, which is probably how they categorize that list.
That's true. Okay, so we're thinking Alolan Raichu got the Raichu family tagged in this one, right?
Mm-hmm. But even thing with the next list.
Still,
Marowak
though,
and Alolan Marowak.
I would not have guessed Alolan. I absolutely would know about Marowak. Praise be to the Metawak. That's rough. That's a Pokemon I absolutely love. I know it's not maybe like the greatest for Great League, but I've always loved that Pokemon. Gets you into some really good matchups. Oh my god, the Shadow Ball. Oh my god, the Bone Club. Oh my god, Fire Spin. They're not ready for it.
So fast.
Yeah, you can get them. And then my other favorite, the 2 out of 3 of my team is now banned. No surprise, maybe the most necessary or most expected Azumarill banned.
Yep.
My big old tanky bubble boy
I
is
was going to say, you really could have called it the Azumarill League,
not
to be honest.
not having it. So Dominant from day one is going to have to sit out for the Remix Cup. But then also another tanky boy, Umbreon, not allowed. Going to be gone. Not surprised there. See a lot of those. A lot of leadoff Umbreon. Skarmory, another Pokemon you see all the time. Really happy to take a little break from those guys. Swampert, another Pokemon you see all the time. Galvantula.
Did not expect that.
Surprised.
I don't think I've maybe a couple of times ever run into a Galvantula.
In the cups all the time. Like when we do these Silph
Yeah,
cups
yeah.
all
But
the
in
time.
open?
Yeah, not really something I've seen.
Not really.
I have seen it, but not that much. And then no surprise on the Stunfisk family. Probably you think it's the Galarian that got him, or the Gen 8 that
Nah.
got him tagged?
Probably both of them.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Oh, maybe they both
And
just
then
independently earned a spot
Community
here.
Day got Talonflame tagged.
Maybe the rookie of the year in terms of Great League performance. Talonflame just coming in hot, doing all kinds of work. So they banned that bird real quick. But I think this will be interesting. If nothing else, I don't have to see the same Pokemon over and over again. But the response, I think, will be really interesting to see kind of like what people are going to do with this. Because
I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be cool to let some new Pokemon take the spotlight.
Mhm.
And if you want to get super sweaty and you want to be super competitive, the Silph Cups exist. You can always do local opens. But for just Go Battle League open, like, this is not the point of this system is not for maximum competitiveness. It's for fun and engagement of the player base. And if removing these Pokemon does that, I think that we're probably in the right place. Additionally, it's also not like they nerfed the top 50. It's 10 pseudo 13,
that would be kind of dramatic. That might actually be kind of fun if they're like,
but most
ban 'em
people
all.
probably lost one, maybe two of their favorites.
Too. Makes me sad.
I have
I'll have to go check the stable for this one.
6, 7, 8. I have 9 of these powered up and ready to go. So if I
yeah.
can deal with that,
I mean, in terms of my stable, I've got everything powered up except for Talonflame, and I just haven't done that yet.
you do not have a regular Raichu.
Oh, well, no, but we aren't counting that one. But Alolan Raichu, I absolutely do.
Yeah,
I've got both Stunfisk. I've got like these are just Pokemon you just have on hand. So I'll have to rework the stable, and I'm sure I'm going to be like trying to select and be like, I thought I could do that one. But I'm jumping in this first thing. It's going to be April 12th to 26th, so a couple of weeks where you can get in there, have some fun. I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be kind of a mix up. It'll be nice. Same thing with the Prismatic Cup. We're going to be doing that April 16th, I think, for the PGRL. So we really need to put teams together. That's our homework. Nar, if you're listening, do it.
Why are you listening,
talk
Nar?
I can't help it. I like the sound of your voice. It comforts
Do you
me.
really listen to the show?
Every week?
That's so weird.
Do you not?
No.
Oh, man. That's where all
I
our
was here.
downloads are going. That's your fault, buddy.
Oh, okay.
We were this close to being big time, and now we're losing that one download a week from you.
Oh, man.
That's you. It's
Sorry.
really unfortunate.
I feel real bad about it.
Yep. I'm missing that. I've been monitoring the numbers every week, and I'm like, oh no, Salt's gone. Where is he?
I think this is a really cool way of shaking up the meta, to be honest.
I like it a lot. I really do. It's a weird way to do it, but it's fun.
Well, the Pokemon Go Radio League starts 16th April at 8 p.m. Central Time. So get in. If you guys have not got a chance to do the Pokemon Go Radio League, it's a ton of
Oh my
fun.
God. It was
Actually,
fun.
just had a listener message us. Who was it? Tyler from Australia wanted to know if we were time zone compatible, and absolutely, we have people play from all over the world. You just have to work on Discord to schedule your matches, but people are very flexible, and it's not you have to do the matches at 8 p.m. Central Time or anything like that. We leave it on the individual players for the individual rounds to schedule those matches. They just need to get them done in a quick fashion. So it's a great time. I'm jumping in. I'm going to go ahead and say it here. I'm going to be in the Prismatic Cup so you guys can just get your wins on Old Saltpeace Solution here. But I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna try and do some work.
I'm gonna do a little bit of work.
I'm
we're
trying
gonna have our
to
standard,
get little 2 and 3. That's
we're gonna have our standard weird Pokemon. We gotta have like one hot take in there, so you're not gonna be ready for like one weird thing. Eventually, I think we have to pick a good one. We gotta pick a sleeper like at least once, right?
Oh, I got it. My blue Pokemon is gonna be a Alolan Persian.
Oh, it's more of a purple anyway. I think.
Yeah.
Like what are we doing here? That's a ringer.
Crustle is not a red Pokemon.
Gonna have to call some fouls on some of these categories.
Yeah.
It's red. Its rock is brown, but its body is red.
Sure, whatever.
Sure, for sure. Mon that got away. I see here a little note that Pat didn't actually mess up his streak. What's that about?
So the thief, the Mon that got away is actually Pat's thievery because he didn't actually mess up his streak. He looked at it and something happened with the way he was clicking the dates because he wanted to get a Gibble before it transferred over to Frillish.
There it is.
I did it. And yeah, because the first day that research came out was on a Friday and he has hit his bonus every Friday. He still hit it last Friday. So he did not, in fact, miss a day.
So
And he sent me all the screenshots of proof.
Is excommunicated, basically. He defrauded us. The sacred
The
trust of
sacred
naming a Mon that got away. Wow, Pat.
Yeah.
P.
No, I'm actually pretty happy for you, Pat.
I'm happy for you, but obviously we're going to have to take back the reward money. That's going to have to come back. The title, the championship belt, all that is going to need to come back. So we're really, I think, frankly, very disappointed. No, I think this is great. I mean, that's disappointing. And now no one can beat Pat. I mean, I didn't get any message. Do you see any emails or tweets about someone being like, I got the record
Everybody's
now?
Like, nah.
That's you, Pat.
I got some messages. I got some messages that were heartbroken for him.
They're like, hey, that's you, Pat. Take it and run. Well, we'll just see how long he can do that until he forgets a day or the eventual heat
until
death of the
time
universe.
ends. Yeah, I was going to say.
It's whatever comes first for Pat. That's it.
What was your Mon that got away?
I have like some lame ones. So I'll work this in because I feel like I need to. I have a very good catch of the week. And so my Mon that got away... so sick. I'm going to pat myself on the back here. I'm going to break my own arm. I can't use this great catch of the week because I have an even greater one. I was today.
This
I
sucks.
hatched.
I hate what you're doing right now.
I hatched 2 10K eggs, and one of them was a Gibble, and then one of them was a Nuweebat. And I was so happy to just back-to-back 10K eggs really have great stuff, but it's not as good as my catch of the week. So, I'm tore up about not being able to use that. So that's my Mon that got away.
My Mon that got away could be,
or it could be double Larvitar to 12K eggs. That was pretty.
The original positioning of my master bedroom furniture. It's a stupid leak, but I'll go with. Oh dang it! I'm gonna go with Shiny Chansey. I have never got a Shiny Chansey, and I thought the spring event, I'm gonna get a Flower Crown Shiny Chansey. It's gonna be amazing. Didn't get it done though.
Couldn't pull the trigger.
Somebody's gonna rub my face in that in just a second.
It smelled wonderful though, like a potpourri. And I assume Chansey has a base
and loving
good smell, like shortbread cookies. It's just gonna be great. Let's give a shout out for the catch of the week to David. He said, "Hey guys, first time, long time. Although I feel like it should be long time, first time." That actually makes a lot of sense. Instead, is that the right way to say it? Why is everyone saying it wrong? I feel like both of you might have had some thoughts on this. Anyway, I've been a fan of the show for a few years now, and I thought I'd write in. For the past few weeks, I've tried to align my 7-day catch streak to land on Saturday. I think I've started around Kanto Day. I pop an egg and a star piece to make the most of those streaks. Well, with Snivy Community Day coming up on a Sunday, I was considering skipping catching and spinning on 4-4 so I could get my 7th day to land on Community Day with the extra Stardust bonus. So when last Saturday rolled around, I wanted to catch up, open the game, and do a little bag organization. I didn't want to catch any Pokemon. I knew this was the spring event, but I thought I could refrain so my future self could have something like 25K plus Stardust, 25,000 Stardust richer. But when a Chansey popped in the house at 11:15 a.m., I was really testing my willpower. Obviously, I immediately caved. I only have 300 Chansey candy, so someday I really want to power up my 98% Blissey. like it's 2017. Let's go. Power that Blissey up.
Go.
And checked on that pink egg. Bam! Shiny Chansey with the flower crown. The first one I've seen. I feel like I got lucky. What a great way to start the event. Not to mention the Stardust. Thanks for the consideration. Hope you all had a great week.
Not mad about the Stardust is what he said.
Goes. Oh, well, I think this goes to show you that willpower is overrated.
Yeah, you just want to give into your
You
impulses.
just want to do that.
Speaking of which,
what are you doing? What are you doing over
Just
there?
really on a streak
I
over
feel like
here.
I've clicked a lot, and I'm just not getting them. What is your catch of the week?
My catch of the week is a Hundo Wingle.
Ooh,
I just randomly caught it. Yeah, and I was just, just going through. I was like, "Hey, what's up, you?" And I love it. I don't know. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely okay. What do you think I'm going to name my Hundo Wingle? That will be a Pelipper.
Charles.
No, it's
Like
obviously
Charles?
Popeye. It's obviously
That's pretty good,
Popeye.
too. That's pretty good too,
Yeah.
actually. I like that.
Go ahead. What was your catch of the week?
Was really great. It's a 2 for 2. I know it's so hard. It could have been a Nui Bat, but that's so beneath me because this is a great Pokemon and a great story.
Oh, sorry. Wait a second. Dang it.
Yeah, you failed.
Can you just mention who won Mon They Got Away?
Pat? Oh, okay. Just really
Sorry, got a new sound effect.
getting that morning show DJ vibe up in there. I like that.
Yeah.
I just really boobs or whatever they do on morning shows. They are the worst. I just if you've never seen Parks and Rec, I feel like they so perfectly captured just the awfulness of like random drive time radio. It's so great. With Ira and the douche. On this plane of existence, though, in reality, I was out here looking like most people this week, being like, where the hell am I going to get an Azumarill? And there's really only one answer. Niantic did that, that little shady thing they did where they're like, oh, you can come raid for it over here. We got Azumarills and raids. You can come get it over here. And I was like, damn it, I'm going to have to do that. So my boy Wolfie out there doing his postal job. He's a letter carrier, and so lots of seeing stuff. Saw Azumarill. He's like, hey, you still need this? And so I was like, yeah, invite me. So I jump on the game. I do it. I'm like, oh, so good. I got my limited research checked off. Didn't even need the house. And boom, Pink Star Azumarill, a perfect Azumarill, my second perfect Azumarill, as a matter of fact. But I was so happy to have that perfect Pokemon and to complete that limited research with our boy Wolfgang. So I was just really just enthused with life. I'm going to hold on to it. If we ever have a Go Fest again, I saw him last year, or I guess 2 years ago. Oh my God. Time is passing us by, Salt. This really sucks. But hopefully
I was talking to somebody about Justice League yesterday. The movie came out 4 years ago.
That feels wrong.
Wrong, right?
I don't understand how that works. My goal is to trade Wolf the perfect Azumarill. Maybe we'll get a lucky trade set up, and then I can then for the rest of the evening give him the Malore shots, and he can drink those for me. So that's the trade I am
appropriate. You want to do some questions?
Yeah, let's pop into some questions.
Well, first off, Oren says we talked about in-game chat, and I mentioned that probably a lot of liability issues there. But he indicated, what about phrases or pre-canned phrases that you could send somebody, like "open my GIF" or "check out my cool new buddy"? Do you think that is something that Niantic could explore?
I think so. We see that actually in Magic the Gathering. That's like a card game where you play across from somebody. Obviously, you can't just let people type whatever you want because they would be, I assume, just
horrible,
the worst to each other.
The worst.
Because people are pretty annoying, actually, with the So basically, you can talk to people, but only with pre-scripted things like Oren's saying. So you can be like, "Good game" or "Your go," but people still find a way to be exceptionally rude with that stuff because they just spam the same thing over and over again. I think that'd be great, though. Honestly, I think with some limited stuff, that communication would be really helpful. I know, like a million years ago, Pokemon Go announced some partnership with Discord, and nothing's ever come of it, or at least that I know of. I would love to see some in-game chat where you opt into
monitoring
a
our
community.
Discord. That's what they're doing.
Probably. They're probably just soaking up all the good ideas like Squirtle Squad and whatnot. Yeah, that's probably what's happening. So it's very astute. So I think yes, but I'd like to see in-game chat like Discord server style.
It's community day and get to the questions.
Probably. What you got?
I don't know. I got to get to the questions.
Wow.
Here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, Jacket K says, do you think there is a way that Pokemon could work as a Paper Mario clone, either in art style or in gameplay?
Art style for sure. I think, yeah.
Yeah, art style.
We see that basically the stickers. Like the stickers in this game right now are very similar to the art style of Paper Mario. Some of the stickers.
Yeah, I think that that could work. As far as gameplay, I doubt it.
I
just
don't want a
think
2D scroller for Pokemon.
I was gonna say I don't think they're gonna allow that level of creativity and creation for
I
players.
guess
To
that
be
could be
honest,
kind of fun if you could like swap out different Pokemon and like this Charmander breathes fire and this Pikachu does something else and this one's good at
if you could,
jumping.
obviously the making of the levels and all that.
When's the last
that
time
would
you
be really
played a
fun.
2D scroller? It's been a long time for me.
Been a minute.
I bet I'd be real bad at it.
I've been meaning to play Shovel Knight. I haven't played Shovel Knight.
Oh yeah, that looked good.
Yep. Cleve Helm says, "What are your real life and D&D character alignments?"
That's interesting. I guess my D&D, I'm a warlock, so I'm gonna go with chaotic neutral on the warlock. Probably. I really haven't thought that much about it, but in real life, I'm a goody two shoes. I'm a total narc. I'm lawful orderly. What is it? Lawful order?
good. Why can't you get that?
Lawful good. Yeah, I'm that guy.
Yeah, I'm also in both lawful good.
I saw one really funny thing where you can orient those two adjectives to make it really fun. Like you're good lawful. So what that means is you're really good at being lawful. So like you apply rigid rules very strictly, or like chaotic lawful. Yeah, chaotic lawful is where you have a very strict set of rules, but they don't make sense to anybody but you, and you won't tell people what they are. That's a fun little inversion on a theme.
Let's see here. Pokefan says, "How many Aaron has salts seen without ever clicking on a shiny?" I'm at 1,315 and counting. Let me check for you, bud.
I'll do that right
now.
now.
Sorry, I'm in the middle of catching a Snivy.
Of course you
get
are.
through that.
We're going to Hoenn. We're going down. I wonder.
Down, baby, no street in the ring. Sorry, we're gonna get demonetized because I'm so accurate.
That's so accurate.
Hoenn. Aaron's.
That's weird. I'm only at 236.
Oh wow! No, I'm at 500.
Oh, that's weird. I don't see Aaron that much down here. Like I remember, especially like when Gen 3 came out, and people in Boston and the Midwest were like, "I see Aaron all the time." I'm like, I've literally never seen one. They're a lot more prevalent down here, but like I don't click on them. I have a shiny, so that's on you. So I don't ever really shiny check them.
Chef Elf says, "You've talked about Virizian's toenail feet, which are unpleasant. What about Kadabra's bacon crotch?" He's got a point.
He does have a bacon crotch. Yeah, what's up with those lines? I don't know. Is that like a happy trail? Like, what is that? Don't care for it.
And then he sent a blow up, and it just says "sizzle, sizzle."
Hey, get out of here, Kadabra! You're creepy.
Britt asks, "Do I need your new D&D Go Radio shirt now?" And yes.
Probably.
Actually, we need t-shirts, but Nar won't get on that.
We keep getting demonetized. I've restored it like 3 times, and I don't know what to do.
Pick
redesign the logo?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Oh no. So
we have other people that have sent in logos.
It sounds hard. I don't want to change our brand. We've got so much
Pedro, just do
brand awareness.
If you guys want a t-shirt and you can't get one, it's Nar's fault. Pedro says, "Are you guys watching and enjoying Falcon and the Winter Soldier?"
Yes, I am. I'm not caught up yet, though.
Oh, you're not caught up with last week's episode?
No,
Friday's
episode 5.
Okay.
Yet.
Last week's episode was particularly good.
Yeah,
I really liked it.
I really liked 4. I thought that was fun. I think it's cool. It's really nice to watch. Here's a weird take on superhero movies or superhero content in general. I contend that there is no comic book anything that's just source material. These are just more interesting action genre movies, Like, it's fine. Like, I think there's nothing interesting about like oiled up dudes from the 80s shooting machine guns. Like that's the most boring superpower ever. What if what if this dude can fly and this guy's got a bionic arm? Like, let's see that. Like that's more interesting action genre. Let's go. And so it's really refreshing to watch these because it's not like they're fighting for, the fate of the world in terms of weird, crazy outer space stuff. It's like very grounded spy thriller stuff. So I'm really digging it. I'll tell you what else I'm liking.
And it allows characters that maybe aren't blockbuster crazy heroes time to actually work through and think and just be together, and like
I don't know
the combination of the Zemo, Falcon, and Winter Soldier is just really good.
It's so fun. I just really I don't know what the future for like long form cinema is when you have such ability to make TVs and it's just it shows and you like have this just time to let the characters breathe and you don't have to rush stuff. Like it's incredible that any movie is ever any good at all. When you're like, what if we could introduce characters, tell the entire story in like 2 hours? You're like, that sounds awful. Like, why would you do that when you could take 10 hours to do the same thing? And you're like, that would be a much more enjoyable experience.
But part of it is that's the art and that's the beauty of it.
So people can do it. I'm just saying, like, it's no wonder you watch
Zack Snyder's Justice League. Is it a better
4
movie?
hours.
Is it a better movie? Absolutely. Could it have been better if you let me cut an hour of content out of it? Absolutely, it would be.
Just an hour of slow motion, probably.
Probably.
Come for me, Snyder people. I just think like it's just, it's one of those things where it just seems like a risky proposition to be like, let's do this. Just I don't know what the future of that is. But yeah, also liking Invincible on Amazon. It's really
I
fun.
haven't seen that yet. I need
It's
to
good.
check that out.
Yeah, it's good.
Not
Not for kids. It is. Oh boy, it's graphic, very violent.
A person who has a name that is not in English. Oh wait, and I could see at Operation NRK says you should play PTU sometime. It's D&D but Pokemon. I have to give that a
I was
Google.
just thinking about that. I wonder how they could do that. I bet there's a whole thing.
I guarantee there's a thing. That guy Ewan says record a D&D game as a bonus podcast, and I will listen to. I listened to another podcast do that years ago, and it was hilarious. Well, Ewan, you're in luck, bud. I've got both the audio and video files from that, and I'm looking at doing a project with that. So stay tuned on that. But either way, we'll probably have a Dungeons & Dragons bonus content coming your way very soon.
We will for sure have the show where we talk about the experiences, like just a bonus podcast. Hopefully, we haven't listened to the audio quality or anything like that yet of the actual recordings. But if people like it, then we might throw that thing up. And if you're just crazy enough to watch 4 people play Dungeons and Dragons, I guess 5 people play Dungeons and Dragons for like hours, then by all means, hopefully we can make that happen.
Matt says, who are you? What is your background? And how many times will Kyle break out in song? Because he's probably a bard. I'm not a bard. I'm a cleric in this.
Yeah.
The reason
you're
why
mouthy for a cleric, honestly. I think you're treading on my territory a little bit.
Nah, because either way, I mean, so here's the thing.
Be more of a narc
in the game universe. I believed in something and I joined the military and I left home. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I did that in real life,
True.
and it hasn't made me any less mouthy.
That's true.
Often to my detriment.
But you haven't joined a crusade. I feel like if you're going to do that, you got to be a little bit more holier than thou.
I was going to say, kind of.
Depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can ask ISIS.
They would say it's a crusade, but they suck.
Yeah. They do
Hot
suck.
take. Those
Batman
guys
villains
suck.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're here for the courage and moral stand that we have to be like, not a fan of those ISIS fellas.
No, I don't care how many.
I don't care for them.
We lose.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
It's a difficult position to take.
Yeah.
Jared said he'd sign on his DM. Amazing how many people that listen to the show also played Dungeons and Dragons.
I think you're using the word surprising there incorrectly, Salt. That's not surprising.
Big old nerds.
Big old.
And then Ash pointed out too, like she's insulted we didn't ask your Dungeon Master Nissan. Fair point, Ash. We should actually just play it. We should just play a game with you.
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, we can just do that. Apparently, I was talking to Jeff, her father. 2 a week. Ash be doing.
What?
So, yeah, that's a lot.
That's crazy.
I know, that's intense, but I can see why. It's pretty fun.
And well, she's that exact kind of creative person.
Well, that's absolutely true. End of show?
End of show.
Yeah. You can follow us, like we said earlier. Let us know what you guys think about powering up Pokestops if you got speculation on that or anything else. At PokemonGo_radio. You can email us anytime. info.pokemongo@gmail.com. Really like it.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. Also, you can check out these shows on YouTube at Pokemon Go Radio. Just YouTube it. Will come up. Make sure you click the bells and subscribe and do all that stuff that people do on YouTube. I don't know. But those shows go up every Monday night. So you can listen to these shows. Sunday night is usually when they go up in podcast form, and they'll be available for your driving to work on Monday. But if you want to watch the show on YouTube, it'll be available Monday night. So give us a click, give us a like, comment on there. Let me know if you like the videos, or if you want to see other stuff, if you want to shorter
slap
form.
that notification bell.
I'm not saying that.
Don't do
I won't
that.
say it.
I don't know.
But yeah, it's just
I don't know what
people,
that does. I've never
like
clicked that
it,
bell.
so we do it
out of intention.
if you want to see different stuff or other stuff, or you can expect we'll do fun bonus stuff with the channel as well. So any of that you think would be fun or cool, just let me know.
Yeah, just doing some weird stuff from time to time. Thank you to our patrons, our new ones and our old ones. The new ones specifically, Amy Rose and Jansen, I think is how we're going to say that.
It's either Jansen or Jason.
I think we should go hardcore and be like Jansen. Like
Yeah.
really lean into that.
I like it.
I like it. Email us, and if you don't already have the Discord link, anybody that joins the Patreon, $1 a month gets you access to the Patreon, to the Discord, where we do weird stuff like talk about Dungeons and Dragons and raid and all kinds of fun times.
Yep. And anybody that donates $5, we will name a Pokemon in your honor, or whatever you want us to name it. There's Bees Nuts, the Beedrill.
Favorite
We've
one,
got
maybe?
my Machamp that is named Washington, or
Vancouver,
Vancouver,
yeah.
Washington.
Yep.
And a lot of cool things, a lot of cool tributes for people and the community as well for those different Pokemon as well. And yeah, in addition with the Patreon stuff, just absolutely thank you guys for supporting the show. It means a lot to us. If there's something that you want us to be doing with the Patreon, or something else that you think would be cool, the whole reason that the Patreon and the Discord
Foot cam
exists
for salt. We could get one of those if you're into that.
Also,
Yeah.
the whole reason that thing exists is because some listeners are like, it'd be really cool if you guys like had your own Discord and you could just, make it for
That was
Patreon
straight up
members.
Terry Wolf. Thank you.
Yeah, it's Terry
for
who
that.
told us to
Well
just
done.
do that.
He's like,
And it's been like one of the best things that we've ever done with the show. So if you've got an idea and you think we should do it, this is our show working together. So otherwise it'd just be Nar and I just talking to each other, which
also
honestly probably do anyway.
We do that anyway. Thanks to Joel. He was on that naming level. Did he send a name in?
He hasn't. So Joel, hoping to see a name coming from you.
Okay.
Oh, I'm supposed to do the thing?
Yeah, you're supposed to do the thing.
Well, we've got new shows that come out every single Monday.
And in the meantime, go freaking catch them all.
Just kidding. It's empty. I wonder if people ever hear us talk over the music and are like, they don't even know that they could be heard right now.
I think that'd be really fun to just drop some controversial stuff, like ISIS is bad. But are they? And you're like, oh my God, do they know that we can hear them?
Hear me out.
Hear me out, though. Hear me out.
What was it? What did somebody say the other day? Oh, we had somebody ask a question in a large group. Like it was a training day. We were all sitting in the auditorium, and we had a guy be like, "I have a question, and I don't mean it to sound weird or anything." And
that's a great way to set up a question.
There's a couple
enthralled at what this is going to come out of this guy's mouth now.
Yeah, I was like, don't ask that question. Just shut your mouth.
Just don't
There's
do
a
it.
couple. If you have to preference what you're about to say with that, or I don't mean to sound racist, or there's a couple others where it's like, just shut your mouth. Just shut your mouth.
Don't do it. What did he say?
There was it was the dietitian, and because we get access to like dietitians and stuff like that. It's really cool. Very, very appreciative. But the dietitian is holding seminars, and she's currently holding a women's seminar.
Did you say scimitars?
No, seminars.
Oh, that's less exciting.
That'd be a lot less if it was a minotaur holding a scimitar.
Oh my God.
And anyway, she's hosting like a male one in a week or two. But this guy, Larry, was like, so I don't mean to sound weird, but can I go to the women's seminar? And his whole point was like he wanted to learn like their perspective and stuff like that. But she was like, nah, dude, you're weird. No, you can't go to it.
You're